Alright guys, welcome to our first episode of the series where we are going to retopologize a stylized head. Just in case you are following along and you don't have a stylized head, but you have a realistic head or any kind of humanoid head, this should work. So I'm using Maya for this tutorial, and if you're very beginner, you're just starting with Maya, this is how you import your stuff. So basically you go to File, Import, and this is already loaded in for me. You just need to find where is your FBX file and import. Okay, first things first, you need to name this. So I'm just gonna name it head decimated. Okay. And where we're gonna start is the eyes. Okay. So what we do now is click on the live tool and then go on the side here to your modeling toolkit and press quad draw. And let's get it started. In case you don't know how this works, you put points down and with shift you create a face, and you can control with your mouse every vertices or edges, right? Or even the whole face if you click on it. Let me go back. I'm just gonna put 4 of these on the top of the eye and on the bottom of the eye as well. Let's do. Try to make it as equal as possible. Okay. Now you go and do this on the other side. So this is 4 here. Yeah, you need to adjust it a little depending really on your character. So since this is a stylized character, I made bigger eyes for it. That's why it's a bit funny. But probably if you have a realistic character with smaller eyes, these faces should fit better. Okay. There you go. We have 4. Now the whole point is doing this first. I really like doing this first. So I like to do around the eyes first, then the nose, mouth, and the ears, because it's really nice to have a nice flow. So let me do it this way as well. And basically this is the whole eye. Let me just finish this. If I'm going too slow, you can always just go back a little on the video. Bear in mind this is my first tutorial. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. Okay, and the last 2, in case this is not connecting, this should be default settings, but I turn it off, I think. And I'm not sure anymore if it's default or not. So in case you want to connect these 2, there's a button here at quad draw options, auto wheeled, and now they're connecting. Yeah, cool. Adjust it a little. And now I think we can go a tiny bit more. As you can see on the second as well, there's a nice flow to it. So after we're gonna increase the faces, we're gonna have a proper topology. It's not gonna be a messy one. But I will show example for that as well. Okay. Because you see, this is getting a tiny bit stretched out. So try to make it as evenly as you can. And again, don't worry if yours is not exactly the same as mine, because depending on your mesh, you will see it's going to be different. Until the topology is the same, so you have these, you're good. So we got 1 circle, 2 circle, and in here, what we're going to do is go to the nose. Move these a little bit back. These. These. Yeah. So now, if you try again, you have the inner circle, you can still make one. It still works. And in here is gonna go to the next eye. But we're not gonna do this because at the end, when we are done with the whole retopology, we will mirror half of the face. So it's gonna save us a lot of time. Cool. Let's go with the nose. I think with the eyes. Oh, actually, sorry, I need to finish the eyes. So, with the eyes, you go inside. From here on, if I'm very honest, and that is my opinion, it doesn't really matter how it looks like from now on, unless you don't have an eyeball for your character. In that case, it does matter, but right now, I think it's fine. Actually, sorry. Let me add one here. I'm gonna add one more here as well. See, the way you do this, press Control, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to tell. So in case you don't know, you press Control and you can see the flow of your topology. Okay? I think I'm gonna add one here. And add one here as well. Try to do it every time, like around 50%. I think this should work, and I'm gonna add one here in the middle too. So just gonna break this up. It's gonna be nice. And if you press Shift, you can smooth this out. Okay? Be very careful when you're pressing Shift and smoothing, because if this is on, that means... So for example, you can delete it with Control Shift. You can delete your faces with Control Shift. And for example, now these two are not connected. If I press Shift, they try to draw onto each other, and sometimes they actually connect each other, which can be a problem if you don't notice it. Or don't do it on purpose. It's just a little side note. Okay. Right. The eyes are done. And do we have time? Okay, actually I'm gonna do it in the next video, so I'm not gonna overload you. Yeah, if you do like the video, please make sure you leave a like, since this is the first video I've done for Retopology, and yeah, it would be nice to, spread on the web, and this could be a nice, way of showing my work as well. So yeah, don't forget that.